watching dcbornrob, erasing borders. And now, the news.
It is February 25th, 2025, and this is the latest breaking news from Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. If you're not familiar with my channel, I report the news for Medellin, Colombia, or anywhere else in Colombia for that matter, for those who are visiting Colombia and want to know what's going on before you get there, as well as for expats who live there and want to see and hear the news in English. For all those who take a second and go down and hit like,
Cool Man said, you all right.
That's right. Let's jump into this story. I have one good story, and then I'm going to bring on the Secretary of Security and Coexistence so that he can read it to you in English. Very young, pretty, and all bandits. 4 women who apparently scoped and robbed men in Medellin were arrested. The 4 men were captured in the heart of Medellin. Apparently, they came to do and undo, but they couldn't. The mayor's office of Medellin, in coordination with the Metropolitan Police, managed to capture 4 women accused of supplying scopolamine and robbing several men. The arrest was carried out on Carrera 34 and Calle 45 in the Perpetuo Socorro neighborhood in the center of the city, thanks to the collaboration of the camera operator of the LPR system of the 123. FYI, on a side note, LPR stands for License Plate Readers. That means they're following you from corner to corner, and 123 is their 911. The operation was possible after an alert from the father of one of the victims who notified the authorities of the robbery. According to the investigations, the woman, originally from Villavicencio, Meta, shared with the victims in the 70th Street sector, 70. Upon returning to the apartment, the men realized that their cell phones and their vehicle had been stolen after having supplied them with the chemical substance. The quick reaction of the authorities made it possible to recover the stolen objects and capture those responsible. The women were charged with the theft of 5 cell phones worth approximately 14 million pesos and a 2021 Toyota Hilux vehicle worth 300 million pesos. The capture was placed at the disposal of the Attorney General's office. Okay, so now let's hear it from the Secretary of Coexistence, Manuel Villa Mejia himself, in English.
Highlight 2 important cases. Recently, the first of them, the capture, which took place of 4 people for the crime of qualified and aggravated theft. The General already said it, how some young men met some women who were specifically from Villavicencio. They were then, on the night of February 23rd, these captured women, because they were precisely responsible for having robbed them. The day before, they met on 70th Street. They established a relationship and went to one of their apartments. They went in and hung out. In the apartment was the father of one of the guys, who later goes out and finds that his son and the friends were disoriented, apparently drugged. So the father specifically alerts through line 123 about the theft that had been committed against him. Line 123 provides some characteristics that allow the police team and the security secretariat at 123 start the search and tracking of the vehicle that was stolen. In the Perpetuo Socorro neighborhood, the vehicle is identified. These women are intercepted and captured for the crime of qualified and aggravated theft. These women, as the General said, had come to spend some time here thinking they were going to get away with it and that nothing would happen to them. But the message remains clear: Medellin is not and cannot be a refuge for criminals. We're going to hit the criminals here hard, and for the criminals coming from outside, we're going to hit them even harder still, to make them understand that we don't want them here, that we won't welcome them. And if for any moment they manage to come in and do their thing, well, there will be no impunity here and they will be captured. 4 women: Laura Daniela Toro, 22 years old; Paula Andrea Condumil, 24 years old; Maria Fernanda Fonseca, 21 years old; and Angie Natalia Toro, 22 years old. 4 young women who ruined their lives. But here the message remains clear: Whoever takes the wrong path will have to bear the full weight of the state, the full weight of the law. They managed to recover the stolen cell phones. Specifically, there were 5 cell phones valued at around 14 million pesos, and the recovery of the vehicle that had been stolen, a vehicle of high-end, valued, as the general said, at around 300 million pesos. Theft remains one of the priorities of this administration, in coordination with the police and the prosecutor's office. So far in 2025, we have arrested more than 230 people for the crime of theft and robbery. There is a decrease so far this year compared to the previous year of more than 50. Here we are making it clear what the red lines are that we definitely do not tolerate, and we don't tolerate it because people, the citizens, are fed up with not being able to live peacefully. Either the structures and the criminals understand that they have to leave the citizens alone, or they will simply have to deal with us behind them, chasing and capturing them.
So there you go. I mean, if you think they're not working, let me tell you something. The police are on the job. The Medellin police are on the job. They are arresting people daily, most of which I don't report because it doesn't have to do with tourism or expats or tourism or music or things to do and things like that I want you to have in front of you. But these girls, obviously, and I didn't see their face. You didn't see their face according to this video. But let me tell you something. They ain't the finest of the fine. Like I said, the girls that are doing the scoping, I don't even think they're expecting to have relations. They're just coming in and it's a straight up setup from the get. 4 of them, I don't know how many were involved in this particular action. Were they all in the room together? I don't know right now. I think there'll be more to come out on this story, but let's give the Medellin police props again. They are doing their job. If you think they're not, I read the stories daily. They are. Now, the judicial system, that's something different because, I mean, they can arrest all day, but if there's no place to put them, they're picking and choosing the worst of the worst to have to house them. Anyway, you're up to date with the latest breaking news out of Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
My name is dcbornrob and thank y'all for your support. Travel can be rough, it's not a game, not a sport. So on your next trip, be on your best behavior. Someone's always watching, don't try to be a savior. Travel safe, I'm always gonna tell ya. Don't take too many chances or it all can be over, but to get down with them, I sing and do kings, home days, the same trials as ever. My name's Steve and Rose, like I'm the Swangans. The Swangans, cause see the summer crowd of the clean, you just wanna stop them low, left the twang.
So, hey girl, thanks for coming by my place.
No worries. You mind if our girlfriend can come by with us?
Hell no. This is why I watch dcbornrob.
Kini excited, dili na mag-online. Kung sabay dugayan, chika babes kay nasulan. Ay dali padulan, ako ang padulan. Karamelum-luman, dili-dili na tuluman. Ay shock pa, makalok-kaloka. Si Bona sexy, lawas murag Coca-Cola. Ang kanyag ni mo sa akong kalibutan nga saan. Wala ko ikatubag, ikaw ra kong matawag. Murag kagabun sa kabugnaw sa taas. Sa imong paghawas, lawas ni mo labas. Sinut walay gas-gas, ako amo bas-bas.
Yo, it's dcbornrob, beat the stream, daily dose. East Coast swagger, hit you with that travel pros. Colombia trips, Medellin tips on the real. Stay safe, stay aware, what's the deal? News on lock, know the blocks before you walk. Stick to the tours, avoid that shady talk. Urban jungle vibes for miles is hot. Keep your eyes and ears open, dots to connect the plot. For your journey, pack your mind, strap it tight. Travel safe insurance just in case, day or night. Rob's the plug, got the news, tips to thrive. Medellin's your oyster, just stay wise to stay alive. Link up or sink, use the wisdom, that's your shield. Guided tours, soak the culture, streets revealed. Wondrous spots, safe zones, that's the key. DC Rob's the name, bringing you the clarity. Roll smart, roll deep with that travel wisdom. Medellin's a charm, minus the hazards that glisten. Follow the guide, navigate the pave. DC Rob, for your peace, make that trip safe. Hit the airport, got the passport stamped clean. Dream destination, like a vibrant scene. Cautious moves is your grooves, play your part. DC Rob coming through, future-proof street smart.